Today, I bring to you the cohesive devices, which are very, very important in the Ielts writing and speaking module. So let's begin. Hi, I'm Navneet Chandra from Just Evaluate. I'm an Ielts and PTE trainer, and let's begin with the cohesive devices. Now, these cohesive devices are also known as connectors, they are known as linking words, they are known as discourse markers. So, what do you mean by cohesive devices? What does the word cohesive mean? So, it means to join together. Now, there are certain devices or words which are used to join together two sentences or three sentences, depending on whether you're making a complex sentence or a compound sentence. Like, for example, I say, I travel to my office by metro. It's a simple sentence. Now, I give a reason why I do so. So, I use the word because. So that is a cohesive device. And the second sentence is, I find it very convenient. So now I join the two. That I travel or I commute to my workplace by metro because it is very convenient. Instead of using two small sentences, I've used a bigger sentence, and I've also used these cohesive devices which make the sentence look better. In Ielts writing and speaking, if you use these cohesive devices appropriately, that is, don't overuse them, don't underuse them. If you use them appropriately, like wherever they are required, you get a very high band score. This makes your essay impressive, clear. They also give a flow and sequence. Never overuse, that is, in each and every sentence you're using a cohesive device. No, won't work. Only where it is required. Use it there and don't underuse. Like supposing you're writing an essay, you need to use at least 5 to 6 cohesive devices in the entire essay. And they can be easily used because in the introductory paragraph, you can use one. In the two main body paragraphs, you can use two each. And in the last paragraph, again, in the conclusion, you can use one. Because when you use examples in your main paragraphs, so that itself is a cohesive device. Like if you say, for instance, or to exemplify, or for example, these are again cohesive devices. And in the conclusion, if you write to conclude, or in conclusion, or concluding, or you say to recapitulate, these are again cohesive devices. So it is very, very easy to use these cohesive devices. You should only know the trick, how to go about it, and don't force any cohesive devices into the essay. Okay, so I hope this part is clear. Next, we move on to the importance of cohesive devices in writing and speaking. Why do we need to use cohesive devices? There are a total of 4 band descriptors in writing as well as speaking. And one of the band descriptors in writing is coherence and cohesion, and it holds 25% mark. Whereas in speaking, it is fluency and coherence, and again, it holds 25% mark. So, to make your essay coherent and clear to the examiner, it is very necessary to use these cohesive devices or connectors. And in speaking, also, if you can join together two sentences, that is, use some complex sentences, you'll get a very good band score. So instead of saying, I do this in speaking, and then this and then that, so it's better that you say that firstly or first and then second, or you can also say that thereafter, or moreover, if you're going to add something, or you're speaking of some contrast. So you say, or a contradictory statement, you say conversely, or on the other hand, or however. So that gives a good impression to the examiner that yes, this person has a good knowledge of English, and can converse well. So the examiner will look at how coherent the candidate is. That is, what is your clarity about writing, about speaking, how your words, ideas, thoughts flow together by using these. So that will obviously give a good impression. Now, this also shows your mastery over vocabulary plus grammar, and also shows that yes, you are proficient in English language, you're good at it. Now, what are the tips to use cohesive devices? Well, these are used to connect ideas. Instead of making small sentences, you can write a bigger sentence. Do not repeat the cohesive devices. You've used moreover once, don't use it again. Instead of moreover, you can use furthermore or in addition. So there are many. And then keep practicing the use of connector. It will eventually lead to a good score. So keep practicing this at home, whether you write it in the essay or when you're speaking, practice in front of the mirror and keep using these words, or just record your audio and see how you're sounding by using these connectors. Okay, so these are the different types of connectors that you can use. So these are just an example. Like these are a few words which you can use if you want to use something similar or as a result, or you want to give contrast. And then these also, if you want to give an example, and if you want to add something, then sequencing, like you want to say something first, okay, firstly, then secondly, then in the end, you can say finally. And when you begin, you can just say to begin with, or when you're ending, you can say to conclude. And then if you want to highlight something, you want to say that this is very important. So you say above all, or mainly, or particularly. See, these words are good. If used in the essay, the examiner will be impressed. Then, in summary, you can use these words. So, there are many more such words. Keep looking for them and keep writing. So, the more you practice, the better you will get at it. And you don't need to go anywhere to practice. You can practice at home and keep writing and keep speaking and keep using these words. Some examples are here how to use the word similarly. Now, similarly means same. So the four of them were similarly dressed, means they were dressed in the same way. They behaved similarly, that is, in the same manner. Now, she hasn't slept for 2 days, hence the bags under her eyes. So she hasn't been able to sleep, and hence means therefore. As a result, she was tired after work, nevertheless, she went to the gym. Nevertheless means even then. You can also use the word nonetheless. Finish your schoolwork and then play. Conversely, play first and then study. So, conversely is the opposite. If you don't want to do this, then you can reverse it and do this. I collect souvenirs every time I travel. For instance, I brought back fridge magnets from Dubai. For instance means, for example, I as it is collect souvenirs. So when I went to Dubai, I brought back. Now, next is swimming in the sea during high tide is against the rules. Moreover, it is dangerous for the swimmers. So you're adding something here. That is, as it is against the rules, and moreover, it is also dangerous. Next, you want to give a sequence. So say first, wake up early and walk. Second, practice yoga. Take all precautions while traveling, and above all, that is, this is the highlighted word, above all, stay safe. So, what is the most important thing? You have to stay safe. To recapitulate, that is in the conclusion when you write. So, you can say to recapitulate the main ideas. So I hope all this is clear. How to use cohesive devices, the different kinds of cohesive devices. There are many, many, many more. You can just Google it and you'll find a lot more cohesive devices. Otherwise, you can just go through these and start using them. So I'll be dropping my next video soon. Do keep tuned.